Real hype.
After much deliberation, much hard work, numerous takes, fighting with lighting, we are live.
We are here.
So this is the Student Struggles Podcast, episode 8. Unfortunately, this is the second time we had to record this, so I appreciate your kindness and your lovely attitude to come back here and record again. That means a lot. Because your boy do a boo-boop on the first one, you wasn't probably connected, and you can hear all the dogs, you can hear everything in the background. So I think we should be a lot better quality now. So I hope that we have similar conversation to what we did the first time. The first time was a good take.
Yeah.
You did make a promise though.
Promise.
You made me a promise that when you come on for part. What did you promise me,
Oh
brother?
my gosh. What did I promise?
Radio voice. You tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
If
it,
for anybody didn't know it, my first episode, my can't hear talking.
Whole radio. Oh gosh.
Welcome to FM radio station 1.
No.
You know what I mean? My can't hear so.
I'm not accustomed to these things actually.
So yeah.
Actually,
So we should be good.
This is actually my first time on a podcast.
Second. Well.
Yeah.
I get you.
So I appreciate you having me
That's
on. Thank
no
you
money.
very much. Yeah. Respect. Yeah.
So we can go right back into how we started last one.
Yeah. Sure.
You know what I mean? Brief synopsis. What you doing now? Let's get him a little update.
Yeah.
So we got a reference point to deal with.
Okay. Cool. So hi Web Learnt.
My call it correct.
My name is Brandon Louis. I am 21 years old. I'm a data scientist and sustainability consultant.
Please, for those of us who are not familiar, more on the simplify it if you could.
So the data science part of that. So I work in the business intelligence department within the data science department of an advertising tech firm in London called 59A.
That was easy. That was simplifying it. I think we look confused with what the word simplify mean.
Okay, so I'm a data scientist in an advertising tech firm in London.
Okay. What is a data scientist?
So basically we look at any type of data under the sun, from census data to geographical data of anything. We take clients' data, but what we do with it, we combine all that data into a custom algorithm for the client, so then they can have precision spend for their budget. So people can see their advertisements in the best place at the right time in the best format, everything like that.
So using raw data,
Yeah.
putting it in an engine to give you an informed result
Yeah.
that you could then use to manipulate when you will show a person certain things, who you showing them, what time, what place and stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So I'm basically allowing the client to do their marketing based on data.
So if anybody is listening and is interested in doing something along those said lines, what would you advise them to do? Let me say that like 14, 15, 16. Like what are the core courses you think that you should pay more attention to so that you could be on the same path that you
Courses.
are right now? Yeah.
Okay, so
No matter where they are in the world. Just
it's
like
actually-
general.
it's actually a lot of self-teaching, to be honest, because I actually taught myself the language that I use daily, Python. So how it started during COVID.
That radio voice came back.
The March of the first
There we
lockdown.
go.
Yeah, the March of the first lockdown. I got sent this book by a friend, this coding book, and I was like, okay, I don't have anything really else.
No
to
name,
do.
you could plug it, you know. You know your name?
Can't remember the name of the book.
All right, what to do? Send it to me after I put it in show notes.
Yeah,
Cool.
sure, no problem. So basically, I went through that book, and within 8 months of going through that book and doing Coursera courses and freecodecamp.org.
Plug.
I love that website.
One more time for anybody listening.
freecodecamp.org.
Good.
Basically did that.
So, all right, let me get you straight. You're self-educated in what you do.
Yes.
Right. You said that you did Coursera courses. You had the
Yes.
book that you did.
Yeah.
Like, you could talk about. So that's you don't have to go in order, but there are other elements I think that were important. I remember last year you talked about your mentors.
Yeah, definitely. Mentors are a big thing, and I think
Very underrated, actually.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think mentors, get them early, and learn a lot from them. So how I got my mentor, so I was at the University of the West Indies, and we got introduced to a program and we became digital ambassadors for Barbados. And so currently I'm a digital ambassador.
That's
for Barbados.
cool.
And the digital ambassadors, we got introduced to a program called Digi Learning, which is run by the two wonderful ladies, Sarah and Lisa in London. And how that program works is 12 weeks. And you come on 2 days a week for just 1 hour every session. And you have this person who's big up in their job and mostly marketing, but a mentor. I'm just talking you through their life, and you can just ask questions. So it's strange that, well, not strange, it's interesting to have that insight to someone like that. And at the end of the program, I think in level 3 or something like that, you get your own mentor.
That's cool.
So my mentor, no, I get my own mentor.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, my own. We're not gonna have that again. I did that.
Last time Brandon said that Miss Butcher was his mentee.
Yeah, that was my bad. It's yeah, but
okay, cool.
I got introduced to Shirley Smith. She's the vice president for Flash Talking,
cool.
Which is another marketing company.
So it was essentially you read books. You did courses that you could ever get your hands on.
Yeah.
You had a mentor.
Yeah.
And I think, what's crazy? I don't think, funny enough, persons our age, and I think younger, I think probably persons who are older have more appreciation. But I have a friend, and I referenced him in the last podcast.
Yeah.
He's an older gentleman, but he's so cool down to earth. He always tells me, if he had access to the information like we do now, he would be like, doing way more than we do with it. Because we sit and watch YouTube and watch Netflix and watch Hulu. But like I'm telling you, if you for like 2-3 years, or like in your case 8 months, just take time to learn something that could pay off for you so far down the line in your life that you can't just comprehend. So listen, Brandon Game Preaching, they wanna read books as often as they can. Do some courses that that you can ever get hands on, and find somebody in the space that you can see yourself or where you would like to be. And just pick the brain.
Yeah, that's it's interesting, and you just put my mind into something I want to talk about quickly. So, and it's about the same book I was reading just between the last take and this take. The Alchemist.
Right.
So basically,
you did say you want to talk about it.
So if you know where you want to go, and you make small steps to go towards that goal, like things just align for you, kind of, in a way.
Yeah.
So, for example, I didn't have to go and read books. I didn't have to go and do the courses. I chose to do it. And then I think as though, like, the universe senses things in a way, And, like, if it is, the universe says, well, okay, he wants to pursue this path and he's doing this and all sort of thing. Okay, let's introduce him to this course and let's get him a mentor,
Well, my personal use like the universe, but I can tell you how I think I could use a greatest analogy. I think like a baseball player, right? You got more chances at bat. So like for example, you got more like if it's cricket, like you got more balls getting thrown at you in a sense, so that you have more opportunities to hit a home run or hit a six in a way. So it's like most persons don't even start. So they don't even get home plate. They don't even get on the pitch. But if you just go there and you try and you keep if you make any effort, you got more opportunities. Like so you may say it's luck. It's just that there are more opportunities for things to align for you, and you just sitting down on you backside and not doing anything, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about the same way, like with what I've learned. It's crazy. Like I tell you that we're trying to hold an event March 24th. Like I got we was just talking about I got 150 podcast downloads.
Congratulations on that in such a short space of time.
Yeah, it's cool, and it's showing me that like when you put yourself out there and show it to Rashina, because big thing I never post on Rashina's always the first body to repost. So I had to get you a show or something.
Yeah.
But what I realized is when you put yourself out there and you're open with what your goals are, and you're doing it in the public space, like how I'm doing it on YouTube, so a person can see what I'm building and be along the journey.
Yeah.
Persons feel attached to you, and they want to help to build it too, because they feel a part of it, because I've included them in what I'm doing to this point. So anybody listening, anybody watching, they are a part of the journey, and if they connect with me being as authentic as they can, hopefully, they're like, yo, I would like to see Jared make moves. So for you telling me that when it's done, send it. You can send it, put me on to somebody. Let's talk to somebody else, bro. If you ever wanted, I know these people, you want them on the pod.
Yeah, definitely.
Just give me a shout.
Yeah.
So I realize now my message may not just be web learn and mentoring and coaching students and talking about how they could be better themselves studying and like in the academic environment. I want to make that easier.
Yeah.
I think for me, I think I'm gonna gravitate towards like yes, education, but some realm of like self improvement
Okay.
and like some form of business. Because I feel
Business,
like I think those might be my 3 pillars of content going forward.
Yeah.
And student struggles is a good way to start that.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, bro, like there's information that persons need out there that if we had when we was younger, it'd be awesome. Imagine if me and you, like, if you, like, what you know now, could go back and again, this is the whole purpose of the podcast. Talk to 15-year-old Brandon. Mama, you have got so much gems to share that you know at 22, you'd be way better off.
I honestly, this is gonna sound very cocky, but if it is, like, I think I knew what I know now when I was like, say, 13 or something like that, I would know obviously a lot more like thing. So, between all that time and all that,
Right.
so like I feel I would like have a couple million or something in the bank.
But,
because,
like,
like,
again, and then we're not talking about like, you know, you get back in time and you know what the lottery numbers is.
Yeah.
Are you trying to like predict the stock market?
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
mean, like,
yeah.
like for me, right? I telling you, imagine like if this podcast was started maybe with all like QC, and like all they doing is I gain some mics
Ooh.
every Friday evening.
In
I
the
just
hall.
talking, I just talking to a different person.
Yeah.
So like, my advice to anybody know, whatever you're doing, and I heard this from somewhere, and I can't remember where, but whatever you do, like if you're creating a business or you got like a new passion, build it in public, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna generate an audience behind that,
Yeah.
and down the line that is gonna assist you in whatever you want.
Yeah.
So like for me, I hopefully get to a point where I have an audience
Yeah.
that then I could create a product that assists them,
Yeah.
and we have some transaction of, you know, funds for the product I made that
Yeah.
would be assist them. But it's because I've been doing this so long
Yeah.
that they feel, oh, he know what he's talking about.
Mm.
I feel somewhat connected to him.
Yeah.
So to anybody listening who's like 16, 17, 18, my man, do YouTube, like write a blog.
Yeah. Get
and
that community, build that
And
community.
it may not even be just that you may be able to monetize it later on. It
Yeah.
may be like, you know what? You can then look back
Yeah.
and you can just see how far you've come.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
the biggest regret I have from when I was younger is that I didn't take more pictures. I didn't like taking pictures, or I didn't like taking videos. And that was a case where like, no, like, not that you forget,
Yeah.
you still remember those things happen, but you don't have visual proof.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
how did that really go down?
Oh yeah, that's actually so interesting, you know. I feel as though the same way in terms of like journaling and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Because I'm trying to be disciplined on the self path journey, and I said trying, you know, because we're not perfect and everything.
Yeah, never. None of us are.
And one part of it is journaling. And I think that goes along with the same pictures. If it is you journal, you have a note of what happened, how you felt at that certain time. If something happened that day that was good, how did it make you feel and everything? You can reflect on it the same way you can look at a picture and everything.
Yep.
So I think as though, yeah, I do need to take a lot more pictures, a lot more videos and everything. And I need to start journaling more. And I actually like struggle with that in terms of like when I was traveling, because last year I was traveling through the Netherlands and I went to Mexico also, and between London and all that. But like, and I was looking through my pictures, I was like, okay, there's a lot of pictures. I was like, I don't have a lot of me though. You get what I mean?
So it was like landscape.
Yeah, it was like
something.
landscapes and everything. I was like, I never turned the camera on me, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
so I feel as though like I do need to put myself in the moment, and I feel as though part of that would be, you know, yes, you're taking pictures of the landscape and everything, but you know, something with you in it.
Would you use the journaling also as like a form of self-analysis and self-awareness?
Oh yeah, definitely, because you can
Go ahead.
you can write it down, you can get your feelings on a page, and I can guarantee you, like, from the times I've done it, when you get your feelings on a page, it's so much better. Like
And you probably understand them better too.
yeah, you are analyzing yourself, and like you would probably know more about this than me, but like the connection between you writing and like your brain and your hand, and like the fact that you're writing out your feelings,
Yeah.
Like that's a connection
There's
right there.
actually a scientific I can't remember what it was. I was reading something.
Yeah.
But with regards, and I just using the analogy because again, my business is low key just like studying and helping students.
Yeah,
on, like,
right,
time
correct.
management.
You would know
But
more.
it talks about like the more you can stimulate all your senses to receive information, the
Okay.
better it is.
That
So
makes sense.
that's why a lot of persons learn better through video because there's a visual aspect,
Yeah.
there's an auditory aspect.
Yeah.
But the more you can immerse more of your senses doing something, so you said talk about, you're
Yeah.
writing something and you like putting it down.
Yeah.
Or imagine if you had to like record it or like imagine now if your journal was not words, your journal was like a video diary of everything. So at the end of each day for 10, 15 minutes,
Yeah.
you just give a synopsis of what happened and what you felt, and you just talk to the camera. And now you have this collection of stuff that is also like a journal,
Hey.
but no, it's more immersive because you can see your expressions, you can see how you scrunching your face or how you like modulate certain sentences.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, are they really feeling that in that moment?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's true.
Oh, and yeah, you can go back and look and reflect on that and say,
Yeah.
well, hey, I could have handled this a bit better.
Yep.
And the same thing with the journal. Like, okay, I felt this because this happened. If this happens again, let's not feel this way, you know?
And crazy, I would tell students to do this too if they're trying to improve.
So it's boy Jared. Thanks you for listening all the way to the and watching to the end of this episode. You know, I can't see me because your boy look underneath the weather, so wish me all the best. If you enjoyed what we did in this episode, the conversation we had, caress that like button, get a nice little massage and I think. And, subscribe or share if you think is worthy of it. But I want you to, more than anything else, there are 2 videos here that I think you could really enjoy. Either of what you pick would be a good choice. And you could continue consuming some good content. See you in the next one.